First of all, I promised Coach Schaefer I'd keep this short. You didn't see that. All right, first of all, I would like to thank everybody who is involved with all the parents and extra volunteers of kids I don't even know who came out over the summer and helped work on our cross-country course in order to get it ready for the Fredericksburg All-Area that we did host this year. Included, as you said, about 790 something odd athletes from all of the area, public and private schools. I would say probably about 20 schools here. And I'd like to thank all the administration and the staff and the parents who helped out running that meet and getting the course ready. We definitely put a lot of work into the course and hopefully be able to pay off dividends in the next couple of years. First of all, I'd like to start off with the boys team. We were a very young team this year. The oldest person we had was a junior, and really young team. Had an 8th grader, 9th grader, 10th grader, and of course, Sam Brad was our lone returnee from last year. We couldn't get last year, losing pretty much all of our top 5 members. Congratulations, practically. Nevertheless, this young group of men have gotten a really good start to their careers. In a couple of years, they're going to be a dominant force, and I encourage them to stick with it. First of all, let's start off with the Daniel Award, Spirit Award. Also, the latest Team Player Award, too. This one I'm going to spend some time on. I apologize. This young man came out to me probably 3 years ago. Very, very slow runner. Okay? One of those people that you would be surprised if they stuck with it throughout 1 year, let alone 3. Okay? Over those 3 years, I've watched this young man grow into a very good Christian person. Okay? Very strong spiritual leader. Never quit. You remember a couple of years ago, Coach Kohler, when we just did spring place at States one day. Came back the next year, he had lost probably like 60 or 70 pounds, okay, and continues to plug away. At the beginning, 2-3 years ago, he ran, I think, maybe 35 minutes, 3 miles. Now it's down to 24. He ran his PR this last year. Always volunteers to lead prayers whenever I ask for a volunteer. There's kind of quiet, and he always volunteers to lead prayer. Not always the most gifted person. A lot of times you think of a team captain as someone who's one of the top runners. Not this man. He's actually our slowest runner. But nonetheless, he's always there. He always has drinks at the beginning, at every meet without fail. He's always leading the team and gathering them together for team warm-ups and warm-downs. Okay? He always confides in me and helps plan things, like played a role in planning our t-shirts this year for our team sweats. He's our team captain. This year's Daniel Award is Sam Brad. My MVP or Eagle Award or Nehemiah Award goes to a first-time runner. Shares the same name as my son. Fortunately, not as squirrely. Anyway, he started off with a somewhat slow start, and it was normally our second runner throughout the first half of the season, but somewhere around the middle part of the season, it really took off. And finished up really strong and consistently in the last half of the season was our number 1 runner, which is what you'd like to see in a runner, is the peak at the end of the season, not necessarily at the beginning. I will never, ever forget Woodbury Forest. Good times, good times. Inside. You can see their eyes. This year's Eagle Award, or Nehemiah Award, is Josiah Manning. to mention, capped off a stellar season with a 14th place finish at the DAC meet, thereby earning all conference honors as a freshman. With the girls' team coming into the season, I was wondering what can I possibly do with the absence of someone like Olivia Mills, who went on to run at Montreat College in North Carolina, who was by far our conference champion last year, a full 2 minutes ahead of the next run. And then I lost my number 2 runner to Massaconix. I didn't know what was going to be this season. This season ended up being probably the best season I've ever coached a girls team here. They tied for the co-regular season championship with Quantico and ended up placing second in the conference meet, a mere 5 points behind Quantico, and all of them achieved their personal best at the district meet, which is what you would like to see. So before I hand out the big awards, I'd like to recognize all of my runners who were all conference with their certificates, and they will be receiving medals in the mail soon. Finishing in 15th place, top 15 in all conference, Lauren Miller. Cassie Eagle. And I guess I'll knock off 2 birds with 1 stone on the last 2. This year's Esther Award goes to a young lady that I got by chance. I just happened to be in the building one day. I teach at the public school in North Stafford, or teaching in Stafford High School, and I happened to come down here early one day. And I happened to, ask if I could talk to a PE class that was happening to have PE. And I mentioned that I was really into girl runners, and this girl decided, why not? And she ended up being my number 2 runner this year. She had a rough time, very, very intense person. She focused for statistics on the 4, statistics on the 5. She plays 2 sports, this one, and then select soccer. She had to juggle that schedule. First meet, she was in 3rd place. I was like, whoa, maybe I have something here. One of those individuals where sometimes the other girls would sometimes try and find ways to weasel out of practice a little bit. This girl, without fail, never, ever gave up on a single practice. There were 2 meets in which she had some really bad cramps, not normal ones. These are ones that, really would stop most people on her tracks. She finished both races. Ended up 3rd place in the conference as an 8th grader, Teresa Trepay. Finally, my last one goes to a transfer student whose parents moved back to the States from Korea. She had a slow start to the season, had some nagging injuries that she had to contend with, also getting adjusted to a new team, which was quite smaller than what she'd been used to, and a different coach. As a junior, that can be somewhat, challenging and daunting. Had to get used to the climate here and the hilly terrain and some of the cross-country feats here. But nonetheless, about halfway through the season, Josiah started to shine. She went on to place 2nd in the conference meet, thereby earning all conference honors. And then just recently, this last Friday, earned all state honors by placing in 18th place at the state meet. This year's Eagle Award, or Elizabeth Award, goes to Liz Wolin. two sports, not just one. And it's exactly 10 minutes flat. I printed it.